In today's gospel, 10 lepers cry out to Jesus to be healed, and he heals them. He performs this miracle. Now, back in Jesus' time, it was a really bad thing to have leprosy. It basically meant that you were ostracized from the public. You couldn't hold a job. You couldn't go into the temple or the public square or any public place. So these 10 lepers, you can imagine why they would really want to be cured. But only one comes back. And then St. Luke points out that the one that returns is a Samaritan. Now, this is a significant point that St. Luke makes because Jesus was Jewish. And back in those days, Samaritans and Jews didn't get along. And Jesus looks at him and says, were there not 10 cleansed? Has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God? Do we give thanks to God in our everyday lives for the many blessings He bestows upon us? No matter how great or small. Last year, I had the great privilege of being able to go to Lourdes, France. That was something I wanted to do ever since I was a child. And I have to confess to you, at first I wanted to go just for a physical healing. But last year I wanted to go to be more spiritually enriched. And I found an organization that would take me, the National Rosary Pilgrimage Office down in Washington, D.C. But it didn't stop there. I had to find a nurse, and they found me one. God provided everything for me to go on that trip, and I'm so grateful to him. And just a couple weeks ago, I took my first steps for the very first time. Walking had always been a terrifying experience for me as a child because I had to focus a lot on keeping my balance, but the new walkers that I have done in physical therapy at the facility in the West House where I live is called the Pacer, and it it basically has a support system that holds you into the walker so I don't have to worry about keeping my balance. I also believe this is a blessing from God, and I'm grateful for that. Are we grateful for the many blessings we receive every day? Or do we only pray when we when we feel when there's stress in our lives? Do we use prayer as a panic button of sorts? Do we should say, God, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for giving me health. So let us be grateful to God for this day and for all the many great blessings He has yet to bestow upon us. Amen.